I think it's really fun to talk about fashion and beauty with someone like me just because I have like a lot of really unique or like weird products that people don't see on a day-to-day basis in the US, and it's really interesting for me to see how people react to it. I wear stuff like hair curlers in my hair. I have like a heat eyelash curler. I have a really shaped eyelash curler. I wear eyelid tape to like make my eyes even, and I even like wear school uniforms as like a sense of fashion rather than it being like school uniforms. And there's like a whole list of like other things that I have that like people don't really see, and it's so fun for me to see how people react. And it's also really interesting for me to like explain how it's used and how it's like different because it's like a cultural thing, and it's so fun for me. I think it's really interesting. So with all the products that I have, I get them in two different ways. One of them is I get it shipped directly from the country itself. I'll order off of like AliExpress or Taobao, and then like China, Korea, Japan, or wherever I get it from will ship it to me directly. The only downside to that is that it's kind of costly due to the shipping, but I don't really have other options since my only other option is going to like a physical store. There's this one store in Chinatown called S-Mart, and they are basically like the Ulta / Sephora for East Asian beauty products, and it's amazing. What I really like about S-Mart is that it's not just a makeup store, but it's more like a beauty store. So you'll be able to find all sorts of things from like hair care, skincare, like nail polish, and like eye contact. You'll have like everything. You can just get everything all in one go, and it's so nice to have that like convenience to it. But also, what I really love about S-Mart is that they carry East Asian specific products. It's really comforting for me to go to S-Mart just because I know majority of the products will look nice on my skin type, will work well with the eye shape and like my face shape that I have. I have this issue with like Ulta and Sephora where I go in and I almost feel this like imposter syndrome just because a lot of the stuff doesn't really work well with the features that I have. And I almost feel uncomfortable, or I feel like it's my problem, but it's really different with S-Mart because I know a lot of the stuff there will work well with what I have. With that being said, let's see how some of these products can be used. Instead of going for heavier, full coverage looks, East Asian beauty tends to focus on looking youthful, young, and clean. For starters, we tend to go for tinted moisturizers or cushion foundations with light to medium coverage to get rid of those blemishes, acne scars, and redness on the skin without making it look too heavy and too suffocating. For those that do have more acne, discoloration, or redness on their skin, there's something that you can use called a color correction palette. It's basically a concealer palette that consists of primary colors as well as concealer colors that you can mix together and then put under your foundation to neutralize all the discoloration that you have. It's very trendy to also use gray contours rather than brown contours, and the reason being is that gray contours kind of help replicate the natural shadows that fall on your face when light is placed in front of you. So when you contour your face, it doesn't look as harsh as compared to using a brown contour. I think the biggest difference between Western and East Asian beauty is shown through the eye makeup. In Western beauty, I think it's more popular to use more brighter eyeshadows, more intense eyeliner looks, as well as dramatic lashes, but it's not very common in East Asian beauty. You see them use more colors like light corals or like pinks as the eyeshadow base to kind of give it that slight pop of color, and then putting on a shimmer on top to kind of enhance it. For eyeliner, it's more common for them to follow the natural shape of their eye and then drooping it downwards or upwards depending on the intensity of the look that they want. Contacts can not only help enhance your makeup look, but also help enlarge the pupils of your eyes, and this is one of the main reasons why it's very popular. And finally, for the lips, in contrast to the more nude, natural look of the rest of the face, we tend to go for a more bright and vibrant color for the lipstick, and then putting on a lip gloss over top to kind of give it that more juicy, youthful, plump look. And ta-da! There you have it. Those are like the biggest differences that I see between the two beauty styles, as well as this weird showcase of the products that I have and how to use them depending on like the style that I want to go for. So yeah. And it's so interesting to me to see how fashion and beauty has become such a big part of my life, and to see it like kind of change and like develop over the years. For me to find something that suits me and something that I enjoy, it's so nice. It's such a good feeling. And I'm starting to see how this self-confidence has poured over into like my other hobbies and like self-development internally. It's so great to like compare who I was before and who I am now. And I'm sure people who like knew me in freshman year can see that there was such a big difference in my confidence, and I'm really glad that I'm walking out of my senior year being the best version of myself that I can as of right now.